No introduction. Barry Levinson and Pacino.
Woo! Nice to meet you, man. Oh my God, huge fan.
Oh my God, that's Al Pacino.
Some aspect of my life today.
Mr. Pacino, right here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the hot corner there. We're gonna move over.
Trust me, it feels like you're a family member. The reason why I've studied acting, I could vividly remember being a kid and watching my father engage in your films, and seeing his eyes watch you on screen is something I always wanted to aspire to. And like, when I say family member, it's mean like brothers, cousins. We can't go a day without saying a quote from any of your films. And my question is, I've studied acting for a few years now, and gone to college, got my master's in it, been on and off. Recently took a teaching job at a school, and it's like I can't seem to find that break. Early on in your career, what was something that you used as a motivation tool that kept you going and made you not want to conform and like work full time? And
Was there something that motivated you through the hard times early in your career?
Well,
yeah,
there's a couple of things, because we're all different. You know, we're sort of, our backgrounds are different. They have the things that affect us. And I was acting when I was very young, and there was a teacher in my junior high school who saw something, whatever, came up to my tenement. I lived in the South Bronx. She came to the top floor and talked to my grandmother. Her name was Blanche Rothstein, and she was this person who just was encouraged. This is a teacher who came to my house. I mean, yeah, Blanche. You know? It was so great, and I remember her because I was in her drama class, and she had me reading the Bible for assembly. So I started out in her play. She did plays. I was leading these plays. So I was kind of being born in that sense, in the theater. And I still didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do all the things that most kids do, you know, who come from a certain background. I wanted to, you know, be an athlete in some way.
Yeah.
And just nowhere near as good as you should be, or even near it. But I loved it, and I wanted to do it, and all the ins and outs. But I was always acting. I was even acting when I was playing ball, you know. And I still didn't know. Then I started to live in the village at 16, and yeah, it was a part of I was drawn not so much to acting. I was drawn to the way of life. I felt comfortable with actors and the family of actors. And there was the great period of off-Broadway in New York City with the cafes and cafe theater. We do 16 performances a week, plays. That was my life. And then one day, in the midst of all of it, this was for me now. So but it does help to hear it. I just was in a play, and something happened to me in this place. And I realized that there was something to this thing that's more than what I thought it was. There's something else in it. There was a sense of freedom. I felt liberated from the kind of my background, really. And I felt that I could speak in this great classical stuff, great classical theater, and that there was a connection there. And once that happened to me, everything, it was over. I knew this is what I was going to do in my life. It didn't matter if I got a job. It didn't matter. Nothing mattered.
How about bills? It's like the bills. That's what gets me. It's like
Oh, the bills.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I had nothing. So you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So, once you get a little older and the kids come and stuff, and the bills come and stuff, and your responsibilities, it gets more difficult, and just the wear and tear of it. But I was lucky at a young age that came to me, and it stayed with me. It's still in my head. I still feel that way. I And I got kids. I got plenty of them. Kids and all that stuff. But you know,
If you're looking to adopt, I'm sure my pops won't mind.
I do think that happened to me at a certain time, and I was very grateful for that because I was able to go on, and fame didn't matter, money didn't matter, nothing mattered. It was the fact that I knew that I had this. It was like finding a cello. You can play it, and that was my cello. And since then, the closest to playing the cello I get, the better I am, the better I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't happen as much. But it did happen a little bit with this movie. And where you feel that you're getting closer to that thing which is in you. Now, as far as this goes, this is a strange thing to do with your life.
Yeah.
To think about paying bills and be in this world, this environment of acting in theater. I can't give any advice there.
No, I appreciate every word. Thank you so much.
I can only speak for myself, and I was really lucky. I got really lucky. So I got into some play and got discovered very early. Like I was 25 or so in the theater, and I got. A lot of people don't know that because they're very young people here. No, I was in the theater first. As a matter of fact, that's where Francis Ford was sung. And a while, and I got real lucky with that. But I did get further and further, I must say, and I'm not lamenting. Please don't take this as a lament. But I did get further away from that thing that started me off, you know. And that was I had trials and tribulations about that throughout my life. But at least I recognize it now. And I feel lucky to have had that kind of epiphany. I had a few people around me who were supportive and encouraging. We were a group, and a band that played repass the hat. That's how we paid the bills.
Yeah.
And we had 16 performances a week was what we did. But I felt that it was another life. It was a wonderful thing for orphans to attach themselves to. I love that line that Gorky says about Tolstoy. When he met Tolstoy, he said, after I met Tolstoy, I no longer felt like an orphan on this earth. And I think that happened to me in some form. It gave me an identity, I guess. So I said, well, this is the story of my life.
Thank you. No, thank you.